How's everybody doing? Well, when I was passing the hipster couple, one of the guys said, you know, dude, you look like a bumblebee. And I just told him to be quiet and go eat his honey. Except for then he got really annoying and kept on bothering me. And then he said, which hive are you going to? And he starts laughing away. And I said, told him to fuck off or I'd pollinate his bitch. So anyhow, how's everybody tonight? I know what all you ladies in the audience are thinking. How big is the stinger? Like I know you're looking at my hands and feet and wondering that. And well, let me just tell you that I pollinated most of the gardens around this area. But the real reason I'm wearing this jacket is not because I have a bumblebee fetish. It's I'm trying out for NASCAR. Yeah, I'm kind of worried about the NASCAR test. I'm not too worried about stopping, and I'm not too worried about speeding. And I'm not worried about getting mostly directions from a completely white staff. But what worries me the most is, can anybody here guess it? Yep, that's what it is, parallel parking, or what I commonly refer to as the 20-minute workout. That scare is going to be a big one. Because if they have a parallel parking component, I'm fucked. Well, I told my mother the other day that I was going to become a NASCAR driver, and she goes, Laubert, because she can't pronounce her R's. And she said, why you want to be a NASCAR driver? Both of your cousins, Loy and Lita, are doctors. And I said, Mom, I want to be a NASCAR driver, and that's it. So she said, well, why you join the NASCAR? My mom always uses the when you don't need it and leaves it out when you do need it. Because she'll say, why you join the NASCAR? And then she'll say, when you win money and you win race, what you do with it. So I managed to convince her finally. I told her my biggest secret. Can anybody here guess what it is? I told her that I was going to get some free gas. I said free gas. Well, when she heard the word free or flee in her language, she jumped and said, okay, you join. Because Chinese, they like everything free, right? We don't like to pay with anything. Now, I'm going to try to give you some reasons why I will be very good at NASCAR. First of all, NASCAR drivers only drive around in circles. And Chinese people only think in circles. Like if you ask a white person why they're late for work, they'll tell you just directly that they missed the bus. Now, ask the same question to a Chinese person, they'll tell you what led up to missing the bus. Let me give you an example. So why are you late for work? Well, I got up and the dog was sick, so I sat with him for a while until he got better. Then I wanted to make some breakfast, so I put some breakfast on the stove and it started burning, which set off the smoke alarm. I had to grab the chair. I stood on the chair to turn off the smoke alarm. The chair fell over and hit the dog, and the dog started crying. So I had to stay back and try to comfort him. And then by the time I got out the front door, the bus had already left. And that's why I'm late for work. See what I mean? We can think in circles. We sure the hell can drive in circles. Now, another reason why NASCAR is going to be an easy fit is that NASCAR drivers only turn left. Well, for the longest time, Chinese people have never had any rights. And our government is mostly a leftist government. Communism. I mean, how more far left can you go? I know you're looking at me and you're thinking, oh, come on, you're Chinese. You don't drive fast. I mean, everyone's been stuck behind those Chinese drivers on the Highway 1 in the fast lane. Uh, but let me educate you. I've been driving fast and going fast since elementary school when I had to outrun the bullies. And I feel that I'll just say, well, if I don't get across that finish line, I'm in for another racial beating. That should be enough of a motivation. Okay, one of the ways that I plan to win this race is my stinginess. Like, I won't pit. I will squeeze every little drop of gasoline out of that engine. And you know, that's not going to be hard to do because Orientals, Chinese people, like to use every little bit they can. They will use every single bit of the product. For example, I was chopping carrots in my kitchen, and my mom said, "Hey, are you going to throw out those green leafy things?" And I go, "Yeah." And she goes, "No, you're not. We're going to make soup out of that." So you don't pit, you win. All right. Now, NASCAR is all about jostling for position, right? Like you're always bumping people out of the way so you can get ahead. And you never say, sorry, excuse me. Or maybe the Canadian NASCAR driver does, but you just bump people out and you just forge ahead. Now, if you don't believe me, just go down to Costco and watch when they have a sale on shoes. Those Oriental grannies, they're determined to get the last pair of $4.99 shoes, and they'll just bump anybody out of the way. For NASCAR, you need to have really good physical conditioning, and this won't be a problem for me. I've been doing kung fu since grade 5, which I've developed these awesome leg muscles. Like when I was born, I didn't need to be pulled out of the womb. I came out kicking and screaming, "Hiya!" And then when the doctor tried to slap my ass to see if I was breathing, I just did one of these. I blocked him and I countered. Gave him a black eye. So keeping my foot on the gas, the pedal to the metal, is not going to be a problem. All right, my last reason is I already have the jacket, as you can see, and it complements my skin color. The jacket's yellow, my skin is yellow. So what more do you want? I mean, NASCAR and I are going to be such a good fit. We're going to be like white rice and soy sauce, a freshly pressed shirt in a Chinese laundry, your taxes and a Chinese accountant, hot sauce and chicken wings, and a massage parlor and a happy ending. Me love you long time. I'm sorry, that phrase is still in my mind. Anyhow, that's the end of my speech. Come and watch me win NASCAR. Thank you.